This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Do you have a point of sale system you can trust, or is it a real POS? You need Shopify for retail. From accepting payments to managing inventory, Shopify POS has everything you need to sell in person. Go to shopify.com/system, all lowercase, to take your retail business to the next level today. That's shopify.com/system.
Truth Production. Let's go! Savage.
This program contains subject matter and language that may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Real news, it's not fake news.
Answer along the line.
Am I allowed to say that? Oh, I'm not political. Anyway, guys. So yeah, we're ready. 1 second.
The left are liars. Stop the fucking bullshit.
Bye. Go home to mommy.
None or a group. It only takes one person to fight for freedom.
Savage. Undefeated.
Well, it is Thursday, March, or not March, but something with, oh yeah, it's almost my birthday. Wow, I can't believe it. You know what happens? I'm getting old. That's a problem of turning 25 on Saturday. So either way, this week has been a very eventful week. And I'm here with Savage Unfiltered. And it's definitely been very eventful with potential of President Trump as getting speaker. That was also rumored. But another thing is that my statement, my press release statement, has caused a controversy with a second congressional congressman out of Michigan. Of course, he's not a Republican, but he's a Democrat. And I don't know what your thoughts are on this, Michael, but to me, he sounds like he's very uneducated about what's going on. And I think he, again, is going to go on an attack, and he's attacked my character. And he's kind of just very unhinged. The definition of being unhinged is him. I think it's kind of low when you attack somebody's character, and I didn't really understand what he was talking about, nor do I really care what he was talking about. But it's very scary that Michigan people elected him as their congressman when he has a time. Clearly, he's got time to attack somebody that doesn't even live in his state. I mean, what do you think about that?
Well, first and foremost, Sos, I mean, what to think about that, right? I mean,
You saw it, right?
yeah, I've seen it. This guy wants to attack you, and this and that. And why is he attacking you, Sos, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, because I put a statement saying that, I support removing Speaker McCarthy. But the question is, he's a sitting congressman, the second congressional district. Now, to me, that's actually kind of I don't know if that's a big deal or not, but to me, that's kind of a huge deal when a congressman gets triggered at you and he thinks that's fun to go after you, and it's fun to go after your character and stuff. I think it shows you that my show's growing, and both of our shows are growing, and that people are starting to realize and wake up to the realization that the other side, they don't really care what you think. They just want to attack you. I mean,
This was something we were discussing the other day on your show, with Kevin McCarthy. We kind of went into some similarities with that and everything. And, I don't want to even get started with Kevin McCarthy. That's old news. I mean, it's like a duck in the water pretty much. But I mean, to attack you on a level like that, yes, it's showing that, you are a threat to his career as a sitting congressman. I mean, he's going to attack poor old Soslin here. That's a podcaster, content creator, and fighting for his country. That shows a pathetic, weak-minded jackass like him, Sos, literally.
absolutely. So the whole thing is, I'm irrelevant, though. I'm not sitting in Congress.
No. You could be, though. You could be one day, Sos. You never know.
I don't see Congress in my forte. But speaking of Congress, did you see, I finally had to see the weird thing that, what was her name doing? Oh, yeah. Hala Akbar, or Omar Ala Akbar. Oh, my gosh, that's creepy.
Yeah, she was licking her lips like she was sucking on a lollipop, looking at Matt Gaetz like, is he my brother? I don't know.
Oh,
It's funny.
what do you also think about? Okay, the other question I have for you is, okay, so another statement came out from Bowman's office.
Oh,
Do you
God.
think Representative Bowman should resign for pulling the fire alarm?
Yeah, he should be. Because if you looked at it, Marjorie Taylor Greene made a clear example just like in the middle towards late last week.
Hi everyone, we're at the infamous door where Jamal Bowman claims he had to pull a fire alarm to get out. Now these doors are open on weekdays. Every member of Congress knows that, everybody that works here knows that. But on Saturdays and Sundays, they are locked and only certain doors are open on Saturdays and Sundays. Now come on over here. This right here is a fire alarm. Nowhere does it say pull the fire alarm to open the exit door. Doesn't say that, and I think ex-middle school principals know better. Let me show you how we go when we need to go vote. I know this because my office is in here in Keenan Building. Come on, go this way. Oh, look, there's stairs.
About how simple it is that you don't need to pull a fire alarm to go outside that door because
This episode is brought to you by Etsy. Sound the gifting panic alarm. You need to get an amazing gift. Wait, no, the perfect gift. Relax. Now you can use gift mode on Etsy. Gift mode on Etsy takes the stress out of gifting, so you can find the perfect item for anyone and any occasion. It's easy. Just tap or click gift mode on your Etsy app or Etsy.com. Then answer a few short questions about who you're shopping for and what they like. And gift mode instantly gives you curated gift ideas based on hundreds of personas. Now it's simple to find gifts made by independent sellers for all the people in your life. So whether you need a housewarming gift for the new homeowner or a birthday present for the pickleballer, gift mode has you covered. Need to find the perfect gift? Don't panic. Try gift mode on Etsy now.
This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Do you have a point of sale system you can trust, or is it a real POS? You need Shopify for retail. From accepting payments to managing inventory, Shopify POS has everything you need to sell in person. Go to shopify.com/system, all lowercase, to take your retail business to the next level today. That's shopify.com/system.
specifically those doors that were right near the fire alarm, Sauce, in her video, she said that these doors are always open during the session towards the hearings and the meetings with the congressman, but they're closed on certain days. Now, if they're closed, you don't need to pull a fire alarm. All you have to do is watch, follow me, she says. You go right through the hallway, through the main lobby of the building, go down the stairs. See, there's stairs right there. Just go right down the stairs. It's simple as that. Like, what was the motive behind that? You know what the motive was, Sas? They were trying to interrupt more congressional meetings and hearings. That's why.
But isn't that considered insurrection, though, under the statutes of the radical left? Isn't that considered an insurrection?
No, not under the fascist Democratic Party. No, insurrections like that, they don't exist. Now, if it was the Republican Party on the other side of the aisle, yeah, that would exist during the Republican Party because that everything is an insurrection when the Republicans do it. But God forbid that the fascist Democrats do it. No, that's a little tuck under the rug. We got to get some more corruption, tuck it under the rug. Wow, that rug is looking very, very ballsy. Like it's almost shaping like a ball because of all the corruption underneath the rug. No, yeah, that's just what they do.
I just can't believe how
Savaged, unfiltered.
So I think it's kind of interesting because then you continue going. Apparently, this attack, I get attacked either at least once a week, and it's like by somebody important, and it's like I don't know if I should wear that with a proud of a badge, an honor badge. I don't know if that's something to be proud of, but I mean, we have bigger issues to worry about. Like, for instance, the southern border. Really, Joe Biden, you have to build 20 miles? Can't you build like more than like 20 miles?
Come on, man.
Like, can't you build the whole wall, like, like go from point A to start from California and end in Texas? I
I'm
mean, why
surprised
only
he
20
did the
miles?
20 miles, Sos. I'm surprised that he even bothered to do 20 miles. Wow, I'm very surprised. I'm even surprised it was even a mile, past a mile. Wow, at least he's doing something. It's a
Oh,
joke.
did I lose you?
Savage. Unfiltered.
Got
Okay, 20 miles. What are your thoughts on the 20 miles?
20 miles. There was a movie called 20 Mile with, Eminem, Marshall Mathers,
Mm-hmm.
like all those years ago. Yeah. Yeah. Joe Biden could be the new actor and fill in for Eminem 20 Mile because we can call it Joe Biden's 20 Mile. Yeah. Hey, folks, the wall has exceeded 20 miles under Joe Biden. That's all you're going to get is 20 miles. We really need more than 20 miles. So what happens to the wall or what happens to a section that doesn't exceed 20 miles? Well, that's where you get coyotes, cartels, violent people that come into this country and pour more fentanyl and more poisonous drugs towards our children. What does Joe Biden have to say about that, Sos? Well, Joe Biden's probably licking ice cream in the White House saying, I don't see any problem with that.
Or insurrection. Or
Yeah.
Trump, you know?
It's always Trump's fault. Yep.
Yeah, it's always blame President Trump and stuff. Well, and you also see how, you also see like with President Trump and stuff. But I mean, 20 miles, you can't do anything with 20 miles.
No,
I
not
mean,
very much.
no, actually, you can't do it. You can't do much of anything because, that's kind of a slap in the face. But then, and like the whole thing is that like, and I think he has to do it because some people are like tired and fed up. But that's not gonna like close the floodgates that you opened up. That's not gonna close the border patrol. I mean, it's so easy. If we can protect the border in Ukraine, then we can protect our own borders. But we don't want to protect our own borders.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the 20-mile stretch of Joe Biden.
Yeah. Well, speaking of him, what do you think about his weird picture that he put the sunglasses on, and it was during the nighttime. He put it on saying like coolest president.
Yeah, it reminds me of that song. I wear my sunglasses at night so I can see everything. Yeah, Joe has to put that on. Yeah.
That was so creepy to see. I'm not gonna lie, that was like cringe. And the fact that I mean, none of that, but then there was a poll that came out. How is Joe Biden still tied with President Trump?
Wait, what poll was this? Was this poll from CNN or like some stupid ass, ridiculous fabrication of polls? Politico. Oh, surprise! Why am I not surprised? I almost said I'm surprised, but why am I not surprised? It's Politico, Sos. They love going in their little studio and generating and fabricating the polls. Let's see how much we can put Joe Biden up. Well, he's polling 25. No, Mr. Editor, he's really polling 10. Shut your mouth. The American people don't know that. Well, we're going to do this anyway because we have to have it out by 5 o'clock in the morning because that's when most Americans are getting ready for work and they can see the fake polls that we put out for Joe Biden, that Joe Biden's at 25% and Donald Trump is not really at 65% or 70%. He's like around 35, 40%. How do they not see the lies? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, that's why I ask that I ask that on a daily basis. Now, how can you sit there and think that Joe Biden has done anything good for this country? I mean, how can you sit there and realize that if you were to buy an average home, you'd be paying $133,000 in interest by the time that home is paid off compared to when President Trump was paid when he was in office? Or if I bought a typical home, I'd probably pay about $45,000 in interest over the duration of my time. I mean, so $133,000 for at like the end of like your interest payment. I mean, that's like that's a mind-boggling and staggering number.
You know,
But
we were
same,
talking about this on your show earlier today. I hate to piggyback off of Sas's show, folks, but Sas makes a good point because we were talking about real estate and how the corrupted the the DA there in Manhattan was trying to say that, oh, Donald Trump devalued his own home. Now, he didn't devalue his own home. The freaking state of Florida devalued the home. Every state devalues homes. They do it. It's a scheme thing that every state has with real estate agencies.
but why?
They're trying
But
to
why
say,
is
right, Sas? They were trying to say that the home was $18 million. Yeah,
yeah when it's actually worth 200 and I think $43 million? I mean, 243 and $18 million. That's a night and day difference. That's like
it's a huge gap.
it's more than a gap. It's like to the moon and back. You
Pretty
know.
much.
But my question is, why is the DA worried about the value of President Trump's home in Mar-a-Lago? Why is that? Why is that prevalent to New York? How does that relate to anything?
I don't know. This is what happens when you elect people that are really not DAs. I'm surprised they even have a law degree. Like, where they get it at? A Cracker Jack prize or something from like
No,
the old cereal from the 1980s? I
or
mean,
they
these
probably
people are idiots.
or the Microsoft Word, and then you get like a degree form and say that you're a doctor or a professor of law. Like for instance, I gotta tell you this. I went online the other day, and I can say that I have a degree in love, so I'm considered the love doctor. But did I go to college? No. Did I earn that degree? No. Did How long did it take me? It took me 2 minutes. Put in Jocelyn Newell Teemanson, Doctor Love at the
There you go.
University of Love or
Yeah.
University of something. You know, that's what
You
they
know,
did.
the LGBT would love you for that, Sauce. They'd be like, "Oh, he's a minister of love. Yeah, we're gonna bring him right over." Oh,
Yeah.
wait, no, well, they can't do that, Sauce. You're actually a Christian minister. You don't marry gay people, right? I mean, that's against your own faith, right? You don't do that.
Well, I mean, not only that, but well, not only do I not only marry them, but I don't marry them. But isn't it weird how, like, I mean, speaking of that, you bring up a really good subject. Okay. My question is, how can anyone be gay? Like, that's like my question. Like, if you really like a person and stuff, like, for instance, if I have a best friend and he's a guy, but everyone has a best friend in their life, but that doesn't mean that they're going to marry them. And like, when you marry your same sex, I'm just wondering how you can like tolerate that. So that's like marrying your best friend. That's just
Yeah.
weird. Like, let's think about it, retrospeak, and like either have some sort of mental illness, number one, or number two, you've really got some chemical misbalance in your brain where you're thinking that's somehow okay.
Hey, Savaged Army, check out Michael on his Savaged Comedy Tour, making a stop in Orlando, Florida, October 12th at the Orlando Improv on iDrive, starting at 7:30 p.m. Don't forget to catch Michael's making another stop in Atlanta, Georgia, at the Laugh Skull Lounge, October 25th. Tickets go on sale now, and they're selling out fast. Savage Army, don't forget to check out the Savage Army shop at savagearmy.com. Take it easy, keep it savage, and see you next time.
Pretty much. I mean, I'm still trying to figure this out. You know, even at my age, I'm 41, folks, and I've been trying to figure this out for 41 years. Okay, like, how does a man have the sexual chemistry of
With another
being
man.
attracted exactly with another man? Like, I just don't understand it. Like, all right, for folks that don't know me, or if you're probably just listening to this episode for the first time, I am a heterosexual straight white male. I identify myself as a heterosexual straight white male, which means I'm only attracted to a heterosexual straight female. So you get what I'm saying there? Like, I'm not religious, but I'm highly spiritual. So I believe the higher power, however you want to label them, as God, the higher power, the creator, the geniuses of geniuses, there's so many different names for them, right? You know, depending on your spiritual beliefs or your religious beliefs. Like, I believe the higher power created only two genders, man and woman, And he created those two genders, man and woman, to love each other, please each other, and honor each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you get all those fundamentals with a man and a man, or vice versa, a woman and a woman? I just don't understand.
I can't wrap my head around it. And like, how do you like? Not only that, but like, because our bodies are supposed to be like, okay, if there's a pretty gal, okay, great, I have feelings for her. Okay, that's like there's different chemicals that go off, dopamine or endorphins release and testosterone's release. But like, I don't have like, I mean, so it's just weird. Like the whole thing just does not make any sense whatsoever. But at the same time, we're supposed to be normalizing, and not only are we supposed to be normalizing, but we're supposed to be forcing that upon our kids.
Yeah.
Let's think about it.
Yeah, isn't that sick?
What's that?
I said, isn't that sick?
That is grotesque. Because you know what this month is?
Oh, God. What is it, Sos?
It's gay month, like gay history month.
How many damn months do they need?
They have 4. So they have transgender history month. That's the month of August. They have the alphabet month. That's June. That's 2. They have the gay history month. That's 3. And then, oh yeah, don't forget if you're, and then also in the month of September, they have, they have, I can't remember what's it called, but Adults Attracted to Minors month.
They have a what?
Adults Attracted to Minors month.
Adults Attracted to Minors month. Pedophiles month, then you're saying.
Yeah. Well,
that's really disgusting.
Well, it's in California, and it's getting pushed under the Biden administration, and those people are not protected.
They ain't getting pushed under my damn support because I'm not going to have it.
Come on, man.
If I see anybody on the street that are like, look at that little girl, look at that boy, he's looking really, really nice, or she's looking really, really sweet today. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab that jackass by his shirt, and I'm going to fling him into a tree or over a brick wall so he can crack his head open, and then maybe by bleeding, he's going to have some common sense that's going to hit his skull and be like, wow, I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, you think?
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. Like, so here's my problem I have. Okay. Why isn't there a month for Russian History Month?
I don't know. I mean, we should honor ethnicities, right? Like of different origins. I mean, why is there not a Russian national Russian month? Why is there not a national European month, to honor some of our ancestors that came over through the Mayflower and different boats? Why can't we honor that? Because aren't those the people that broke the damn ground here in America, Sos? Those are the people that set the foundation for the Wild Wild West, that set all these great foundations, the last frontier of Alaska. Why can't we honor people like that? I mean, why do we have to honor sick, demented people full of mental illness that belong in freaking rubber rooms and instead of society? Why do we have to put up with this garbage every day?
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I'm actually speechless.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because the moment that you question it, you're considered as misogynistic. The moment, like, for instance, I don't know if you heard about this reporter in Sweden, but he is now serving a 60-day jail sentence because he spoke out against LGBTQ.
Oh, God forbid.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I heard about that. Like, he spoke out against LGBT. LGBT, the community got their feelings hurt like they always do and said, why is he speaking out?
But
why is he not accepting us? We should be accepted. No. That's our God-given right, Sos. That's his God-given right. If he wants to speak out against that, that's his God-given right. Let him speak out against that. He does not support that garbage or that shit. Let him speak out for that. If it was the other way around and they spoke out against us, that's okay. That's okay because they're allowed to do it and we're not. I mean, it's.
So do you think it's a little bit dangerous how now they're arresting people? That are speaking out against it? I mean, to me, that's like the next level. Like, that's That is so. I mean, but that hey, the way this nation is going at it, whatever's going on in Sweden and how they're arresting people could happen while in America, and I wouldn't be surprised if that does happen. And actually, it is happening. It is happening in America where people are being arrested for doing the right thing or bringing some
It's
common sense.
it's the society going down the rat hole, and I think I've really just found this podcast episode's title, "Society in a Rat Hole," because that's what we're seeing, Sas. I mean, we're seeing society go down the crapper like a rat trying to find its hole back to the home again. Like all these different cultures, all these different types of, beliefs and everything else. Like, I have to be honored. No, I don't have to honor you. I don't have to support your cause. I don't have to say, you're right and I'm wrong. No,
Mhm.
I can say I'm right and you're wrong. And guess what? There's not a damn thing you could do about it. You could shout, you could pout, you could raise to the damn heavens, for Christ's sakes. I didn't mean to swear, or use blasphemy, but I mean, listen, you could do all that stuff, okay? You can have a little carry on about all of it. But guess what? Where are you going with it? You
Mhm.
you think you think you're gonna create a movement so strong where the United States American public is gonna say, "Oh, we give up. We give up. Let the LGBT have their way." No, simple-minded people are not gonna support that garbage sauce. I don't
And they
support it.
and they shouldn't. That's the thing. We shouldn't support that stuff. We
Yeah.
shouldn't be able to fall cater to their things because the moment that we cater to them is the moment we give them more power. And the moment that
Yeah.
we give them more power is the moment that they think that they can control us and control our decisions. And that is our problem today. And I think that's why we have a nation that is weak in our moral compass and that has listened and has catered into the minor, into the small voice, into the small minority, and allowing them to control what gets passed. And because when you really think about it, number
Yeah.
one, I've actually never met a transgender. Well, I've met cross paths with transgender, but that's not the majority of the population, though.
Sauce, I had one on the show. You remember that?
Oh, yeah,
I
yes,
mean,
I did.
yeah.
But that's like the minority of people. But
Yeah, yeah.
they're not the majority. So
Mm.
why don't we bring back the people? Why don't we bring back the majority and say no, 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 no. Let's get back in your lane. Let's
Yeah.
bring back some sense of decency. Stop going after kids. Stop grooming kids. Number two,
Yeah.
and stop giving puberty blockers, the prostate cancer pills, to kids. That's unacceptable. That's
Before we
accepted.
close out, exactly, Sas, I don't mean to chime in, but before we close out the episode, there was something that I just mentioned, about, you haven't met a transgender. I've met a couple. I've even had one on the show by the name of Levon DuPont, hat tip to Levon DuPont there from X. Uh, she is a rare transgender woman, Sas, that she does not support the stuff like literally on paper she should be supporting, right? I mean, on paper she should be supporting, all this stuff we're talking about. But she is a transgender woman that is speaking out against the grooming. She's speaking out against the indoctrination of children. She is like I said, a very rare case of that community. And I applaud Levon for coming on the show and being brave and speaking out against that. Do you know when I had her on the show, I actually had emails coming to the show saying that, did you pay her money, Michael? Did you pay her to say all that stuff? No, I didn't pay her. Nobody paid her on the show. Not me, not Sas, not Joseph. I'm putting that out there for the listeners. We didn't pay, or anybody that's just listening to the show for the first time. We didn't pay Levon to say any of that stuff on the show. She said it from the heart because she's fed up with this radicalized LGBTQ community that's doing this to the children, Sas.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So, well, with this in mind, guys, it's been a great episode. And don't forget to check out the Quick Sos Report on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere you hear podcasts. And don't forget to follow me on social media. Press that subscribe button or that follow button on Facebook, Instagram, or even TikTok. Yes, TikTok. I'm on TikTok, and that's growing a good base, actually. The Sos Report Army is growing, and so is our army, too. The Savaged Army is combining with the Sos Report Army. How exciting is that?
It's exciting, Sos. I feel like opening up a Dr. Pepper, which I'm going to do right now. Guys, thanks very much for keeping us on your thoughts. Remember, guys, keep it real, keep it savage, or get the hell out. Simple as that, guys. Thanks very much. Take it easy.